Chels, welcome back to another video. I love making videos about this topic because it's a very short window of time and a lot of you guys asked for it. So now I'm going to tell you what it is. Since today is Wednesday, if you're watching this on the day that it's uploaded, and wedding starts with W, I figured let's do videos every single week up until my wedding called Wedding Wednesday. Now, I'm sure I'm not the OG person to do this. I'm pretty sure there's other YouTubers who have come up with things that are like clever with the days of the week and doing wedding stuff. But there's so much that goes into planning a wedding and engagement season and all of that. Currently not wearing my ring because I have this weird rash underneath my armpit. It's weird. I'm trying to get it figured out. It's honestly because I wore a sports bra too tight and it like chafed against it, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so it's been very uncomfortable and I just don't want to get any cream or anything on my ring, so probably TMI. But if you're new to my channel, my name is Chelsea, and on this channel we honestly just do life together, and that's what I love about just being able to make videos. So I hope you guys see that. I hope you enjoy it, and today we're going to be talking about how I'm saving money on my wedding, how I'm affording it on my own, what I'm doing to cut down the costs in little areas that most people don't think to cut down the costs on. So obviously my situation is not going to be your situation. I don't know what your budget will be someday with your wedding, or if you're currently in the process of it. We have this package with our venue where my family and Nick's family will be able to stay in one place, and we'll be able to stay in these two houses. So it'll be the bridesmaids, the groomsmen, our families, and then all of the crew will be able to be hosted up for 2 days. So it's really great. It's a great package because although it's a little bit more pricey than just the standard rate of doing the reception and the ceremony, we also get some time to do the rehearsal the day before and some time to decorate, and then we can just kind of chill and not be too frantic about getting everything done. That's something I would recommend to you guys. If you can find a location with the reception and the ceremony in the same place, sounds very simple, but it can definitely cut down on costs. Another big way that we're saving money is we're having a destination wedding, and I didn't really think to call it that at first because it's only an hour and a half away from where I currently live, and same with Nick. But for our families, Nick's family lives in Florida, so they're gonna have to drive about like 5.5 to 6 hours to get there, and then my sister, who lives in Illinois, along with all my bridesmaids, are gonna have to drive from Illinois, southern Illinois, and it'll be 6.5 hours. So it's pretty much even for Nick's side of the family and my sister and the bridesmaids, and the only oddballs are my family, like my close-knit family. My mom, my dad, my brother, they live in Colorado, so they're gonna get on a flight. So the reason I say that the destination wedding is the more cheap option is because usually a destination wedding just knocks off the people who honestly like don't really want to be there or can't make it, and then you're left with the people who do come, which is usually a shorter list of people. So that naturally happens, but I'm hoping that people RSVP from the wedding invites I'm about to send out. Those things are coming in the mail soon. There's just so many little things that I have to have my hands in. It's crazy. Another thing that we're doing, and we're so thankful for our cake decorator slash maker slash genius, is called Sweet Angel Cakes, and they're located in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We went and did cake tasting, and it's so good. We're cake tasting today, and look how pretty these cakes are. This place is so cute too. And she cut us a deal basically because we told her the amount of guests that we were expecting, or at least the amount of cake that we would like to have, which we said would be like 150 pieces, just in case that many people showed up, or usually you have those people that don't eat cake in general. And the deal that she gave us was most of the cake is going to be a kitchen cake, so it's the same cake flavor and icing, but it's stored in the back, and it's not like the pretty thing, like the pretty cake that you see up in front. They'll still cut that at the reception, but basically it's cheaper to get the kitchen cake because it's not as pretty. They don't have to put any effort into doing that. So I would recommend that for your wedding someday if you choose to go this route. Even if you just had like something for people to look at and be like, oh, that's cute. But what they actually eat is a kitchen cake. So far I've shared about 3 things that we're doing, and that is having the wedding and reception in one place, having a destination wedding, and the cake, like having mostly a kitchen cake, so that's cheaper. Another thing that we have done is having our wedding at the beginning of wedding season, so it's not in June or July when a lot of people are booking their weddings. We decided in March, and luckily at our venue that was their discounted month, so it's like $500 cheaper, and it just worked out in our favor that the date that we wanted in March was the only date available. I would encourage you guys, if you have the option to have your wedding a little bit earlier in the year. Usually wedding venues are cheaper, and not all of them are, but we got lucky in that area and we just thought it was a go-go. So there's so many little decoration factors and things that you can make and DIYs you can do, and I'm going that route for sure because I love making things. Flowers is where you can get really stumbled and like spending a ton of money, and I love cutting costs in that area because it just seems like it goes from like $2 to $3, $4 grand that some people spend to like $500 or less. Like, that is what I'm talking about. I'm ordering a bunch of greenery and flowers that have to do with the color of my wedding online at Sam's Club. If you can find a place that sells flowers in bulk that can ship to you and it's cheaper, then by all means do it. I don't know if I'm making any sense on this, but it's helped a lot to step back and be like, okay, this is a place where I could for sure save some money. I went to a few weddings where party favors were super unique and amazing, and I knew they spent a lot of money on them, and that's incredible that they could do that, but I don't want to do that at all. I want to do like a tiny little DIY project that is kind of crafty and clever. I have to abide by the venue's rules and all of that when it comes to the little things like this too. So still thinking on that, but that's something I recommend to you guys is when you're in the process of this for wedding favors, don't go too into like buying gifts for other people, and that's like the last area that you really need to worry about, because at the end of the day, these people are coming to your wedding to see you get married and probably have some really good dinner. That's another thing with dinner. This is probably one of the last things I'll say. We decided to look around in the area for like the best caterers, but also we didn't want something that's like $25 a plate, because that's insane, and that's all I was seeing on like Thumbtack, like all those like weird one-off websites that shares all the caterers and stuff. So I asked my mom to do some research for me, and she found this woman who has food for like $12 a plate, and I was like, that's way more reasonable. So if you do 12 times like 150, let's do that right now. That's $1,800. So I don't know if you guys have ever looked into how much food costs for weddings, but it can get pricey. And so that's one area we've tried to cut the cost on too. So we're doing like Southern comfort food. Some people spend like $5-6 grand, and I'm just like, oh. The last thing I'll say, these are all things that I've just learned in the process, is for video and photo options. There's definitely very expensive options out there if you go through like companies that are like wedding photographer or video, just hubs and amazing at what they do. By all means do that if that's where you want to invest most of your money into. Currently my video and photo is the area that I'm putting most of my money towards. But I am okay with doing that because that's something I'll be able to look back on and just watch every single year. Everyone has a photographer or videographer friend or knows of someone who knows someone. If you could do some sort of like trade-off for a discount, or like ask for the friends and family discount if you know someone somewhat well for like their products or their prices, then just maybe see if that's an option. It doesn't hurt to ask. I always say like you never know until you ask, so just try. It's a very wealthy business, this whole wedding thing, so be careful when it comes to that. I feel like I have talked a lot about money and weddings and all of that, and I'm only going to talk about it once a week. I'm hoping to have other videos out either on Monday or Friday to just kind of switch things up. I have a video that I just filmed with my roommate talking about like hate comments that I've gotten on videos, so we respond to those and it's pretty funny. I hope this video helped you in some sort of way and maybe honestly got you educated on things that you can look forward to or even start saving for this part in your life. It's just great to save money in general, so you don't have to say that this is specifically for wedding stuff, but it just helps to know areas where you can save money. I love y'all. I appreciate you clicking on these videos and watching them, especially at this season in my life, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, I do add more ads into my videos right now because this girl is paying for the wedding and it ain't cheap, so hope you're fine with that. But nonetheless, it's been amazing. Get excited, get lit. I'm gonna stop talking. Enjoy your today, night, whatever it is, and deuces. I have a little gap in my eyebrow.